Welcome. If you've never had a job or are looking for a job, we can provide you with some tips and instructions to make sure the chances of you getting that job are the highest as possible. And the job process has many different steps and processes, but today we're going to provide you with some information and things to do in your resume and in your interview to maximize your chances.
First off, in order to have a neat resume, it's important to maintain an organized format. When recording your work experience, you can choose between a functional or chronological format. A functional format involves prior work experience that relates to the job you are currently applying for. Chronological format involves your jobs through the years with your most recent job first. Another note to keep in mind when composing your resume is to make clear indications of separations within each section so it is easy for the employer to follow. In addition, the use of power words is an important tactic to include into your resume because it differentiates your resumes from others, making you sound more intelligent. This intrigues employers, therefore you will have a better chance getting a job.
Even if you ace your interview, it'll be hard to land the job if your resume is not up to par. For example, take this resume. In this lady's resume, she uses bright colors and childish fonts. This comes off as not professional and a little immature. Also, the lack of power words really hurts this lady. She repetitively uses the words, I worked, and there's no real strong words that will persuade the interviewer to hire you. And finally, the relevancy of her work experience is not very good. One of her key credentials in her resume is that her dance students thought she was a good dance instructor, which makes no sense to the job which she is applying for.
As you can see in Jerry Lee's descriptive resume, she uses an applicable format for the employer to comprehend. In addition, she creates a section for each subject with a proper font size. Jerry Lee is a good candidate because it seems she has a professional work ethic. She includes skills that can only benefit the company that is seeking potential new employees with the use of power words.
Next part of getting a job is to have an interview. Now, as soon as you walk into the door, the interviewer will start noticing your body language and how you hold yourself up. So it is very important to stay relaxed and to stay composed. Now, throughout the interview, they will look at multiple cues in how you speak and how you answer their questions. So when you're speaking to the interviewer and answering their questions, remember to remain strong and keep a composed voice, and to remember to speak out so they could really understand what you're saying and hear you. And also, remember to refrain from using filler words such as or like, because it sounds very unprofessional and it is very unappealing.
This is both a professional and respectful interview. Notice the eye contact and good body posture between both the interviewer and the candidate. The candidate is not jittery or zoned out. He's taking information about the job. And finally, the candidate is not using buffer words. He's not saying like or
Refer to these tips and steps to make sure you have the highest chance possible in your next interview and for your resume.
We hope this video fulfilled your needs and that you aced your next job interview.
Thanks for watching.